Have you ever wondered what really happens when a hero changes color? Not their clothes, their power, their very identity, their destiny. When a ranger's color shifts, it's never just a costume swap, it's a rebirth, a moment when leadership, sacrifice, and courage collide. And today, we're diving deep into those transformations that changed the Power Rangers forever. The legendary moments when red turned to gold, green to white, and heroes were reborn in ways no one saw coming. If you grew up morphing with the Rangers, hit that like button right now, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because what you're about to hear isn't just nostalgia. It's the untold story of the color that changed everything. Jason Lee Scott, the gold that tested a legend. It started with Jason, the first Red Ranger. The one who carried the heart of leadership before anyone else even understood what that meant. He wasn't the strongest by chance. He was chosen by destiny. The Tyrannosaurus power coin pulsed in his hand like a heartbeat, and in that moment, Jason became the symbol of courage for an entire generation. But real leaders aren't defined by power. They're defined by what they give up. Jason proved that truth when he handed his red powers to Rocky and left on a peace mission, walking away from the very power that made him legendary. No battle could test him like that single act of trust. And just when we thought we'd seen the last of him, Jason returned. Not in red, but in gold. The Gold Zeo Ranger. A power so ancient, so fierce, that even holding it was dangerous. For a human, the gold powers were too much. Yet Jason bore them anyway, fighting until his body could no longer handle the energy burning inside him. He didn't just change color, he changed what it meant to be a ranger. From leader to legend, from power to sacrifice. That gold wasn't just armor, it was a test. And Jason passed it with everything he had. Tommy Oliver, the chameleon leader. Then came Tommy Oliver, the ranger who refused to stay in one color, one form, one destiny. He entered the story as an enemy, the Green Ranger under Rita's spell. Powerful, dangerous, unstoppable. The Dragon Zord roared behind him as the world watched the Rangers face one of their own. But even under the darkness, something pure fought to break free. When Tommy's power faded with the burning of the green candle, it should have ended there. But heroes don't end. They evolve. Zordon saw in him something more. And from that faith was born the White Ranger. Pure light, immune to evil. With Saba, the sentient sword, and the White Tiger Zord, Tommy stepped into a new kind of leadership, one built not on redemption, but on rebirth. And he didn't stop there. From white to Zeo Red, from Zeo to Turbo Red, Tommy's journey became the map of Power Rangers history itself. He was the constant, the backbone, the one who kept evolving as the universe demanded more from him. Then, years later, he returned again. Older, wiser, now Dr. Tommy Oliver. Mentor to a new generation, the Black Dino Ranger. A man who had carried every color, every burden, every lesson. Tommy proved that Rangerhood isn't a single chapter, it's a lifetime. It's not the color of the suit, it's the soul inside it. And that's why, no matter what era, Tommy Oliver remains the beating heart of the franchise. If you've made it this far and you're feeling that Ranger energy, drop a like and hit subscribe. It really helps this channel grow so we can keep diving deep into the legends that shaped our childhoods. Rocky DeSantos, the replacement who redefined courage. Stepping into the Red Ranger's boots after Jason wasn't just difficult, it was almost impossible. Rocky DeSantos wasn't the original, but he carried the weight of the symbol, and somehow he made it his own. When he took up the Tyrannosaurus coin, fans weren't sure. But battle after battle, Rocky proved he wasn't just filling a suit, he was rewriting what it meant to be a Ranger. And when the call came again, he didn't rise in rank. He adapted. As Zeo Ranger III, Blue, Rocky showed the world that true strength doesn't always stand in front. Sometimes it stands beside. His transformation wasn't flashy or cosmic. It was quiet, grounded, and real. He went from the leader to the loyal teammate, from the Red Dragon Thunderzord to the Blue Zeo powers. And through it all, he never lost his heart. When injury finally forced him to step down, Rocky did what every true Ranger does. He passed the power with grace. He reminded us that being a Ranger isn't about color, spotlight, or glory. It's about service. Rocky wasn't just the Red Ranger who followed Jason. He was the man who proved that courage wears every shade. Adam Park, the quiet force. Some heroes shout their power. Adam Park didn't have to. He walked softly, fought hard, and let his actions speak for him. When he first appeared, taking up the Black Ranger mantle from Zack, he seemed quiet, almost shy. But inside that calm exterior was precision, loyalty, and silent strength. With the Mastodon power coin in hand, Adam learned that power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Then came change. When the power coins were lost, Adam received the ninja powers, new energy, new form, same unwavering heart. Later, when the team became Zeo Rangers, Adam embraced the green Zeo crystal, and again when the Turbo era began, he became the first green Turbo Ranger. Few Rangers have worn more colors with less ego. Adam didn't seek the spotlight, it found him. And every time, he carried the responsibility like a quiet storm. Balanced, fierce, and always ready. Even years later, when he returned for legacy episodes, still clutching his damaged morpher, Adam proved one thing: you never truly stop being a Ranger, you just evolve. He was the soul of consistency, the silent warrior behind the chaos. T.J. Johnson, the torchbearer. When Tommy passed the torch, he didn't hand it to a copy of himself. He handed it to T.J. Johnson, a new kind of hero. T.J. wasn't chosen by prophecy or ancient magic. He was chosen because of heart, because of leadership, because he believed. When Tommy walked away from the Turbo powers, it was T.J. who stepped up and took the Red Morpher. And in that moment, he became the first true successor. But destiny doesn't make things easy. When the power chamber was destroyed, T.J. lost everything. Every color, every weapon, every sense of identity. And yet, he didn't stop. He followed the mission into space, where he found new power. The Blue Space Ranger. That shift from red to blue wasn't a demotion. It was evolution. TJ learned that leadership isn't about where you stand. It's about what you stand for. He stayed calm in chaos, loyal in defeat, and fearless in space. His color changed, but his courage never did. TJ proved that even when everything burns down, real heroes rebuild themselves. Carlos Valente, the competitor who found his heart. Carlos started as an athlete, fast, confident, sometimes too confident. But Power Rangers has a way of testing the pride out of you. Chosen by Adam to replace him, Carlos became the Green Turbo Ranger. At first, he was eager to prove himself, to be the best, to win. But when the power chamber fell and the turbo powers vanished, Carlos faced the harshest truth. Strength means nothing without teamwork. In Power Rangers in Space, Carlos was given a second chance. This time as the Black Ranger, and this time he understood what it meant. He fought beside Andros, TJ, Ashley, and Cassie, not for glory, but for purpose. Carlos's evolution was subtle but powerful, a journey from competition to compassion. From solo player to true teammate, from green to black, from pride to unity. He taught every fan watching that redemption isn't a one-time event, it's a lifetime of better choices. Sky Tate, the legacy chaser. Sky Tate was born into the shadow of greatness. His father, a Red Ranger, a hero. His dream? To wear that same color, to carry the legacy. But when SPD formed its elite Ranger team, Sky was given blue instead. And that felt like failure. At first, Sky resented his leader, Jack Landors, for wearing the red he believed was rightfully his. Their rivalry wasn't evil, it was human. The clash of ambition and humility. Yet through battle after battle, Sky learned that the color doesn't make the hero. The hero makes the color. When Jack stepped down, Sky's growth was finally complete. He became the new Red SPD Ranger, not because of lineage, but because he earned it. His story is one of transformation through humility, the lesson every leader must learn before they're ready to lead. Bridge Carson, the quirk turned. Commander Bridge wasn't the typical Ranger. Awkward, strange, brilliant, a tech genius with too many thoughts and not enough filter. But in a world where everyone's trying to be perfect, Bridge's imperfections were his power. He started as the Green SPD Ranger, the cheerful one, the observer, the mind always racing ahead. Then, when promotions shifted the ranks, Bridge became blue. Later, red. His journey mirrors life's strange truth. Sometimes being yourself takes you exactly where you're meant to be. From outsider to commander, from underestimated to unforgettable, Bridge showed that brilliance doesn't always wear a straight face. Sometimes it wears mismatched socks and a crooked smile. He made us laugh. He made us think. And by the end, he made us proud. Jake Halling, the heart of Super Mega Force. If there's one Ranger whose color change captured the spirit of youth, it's Jake. A regular teen, goofy, energetic, suddenly thrown into destiny when he becomes the Black Megaforce Ranger. He wasn't born ready. He had to grow into it. And just when he found his footing, everything shifted again. The Super Mega powers arrived, and Jake found himself wielding the Green Ranger key, transforming into the Super Mega Green Ranger. It wasn't just a wardrobe change, it was a shift in spirit. Jake went from the eager fighter to a grounded, confident hero. That transition, from black to green, mirrored every young person's story. Confusion, growth, acceptance. Through his charm and mistakes, Jake reminded fans that not all transformations are cosmic. Some happen inside us, quietly, one choice at a time. Zato, the ancient who became eternal before there were humans. Before there were morphers on Earth, there was Zato, the ancient Ravkonian who led the first Ranger team in the Dino Fury era. 65 million years ago, he faced the Sporex beasts, sealed them away, and fell into stasis, a hero buried by time. When he awakened, the world had changed, but his purpose hadn't. Zato became the Red Dino Fury Ranger, a warrior out of time, now fighting alongside a new generation. Yet destiny demanded more. In the battle against Lord Zed, Zato sacrificed his powers and his life to save the universe. It could have ended there. But the Morphin Masters had other plans. They resurrected him, not as a ranger, but as something greater. The Zenith Ranger, a being of light. The bridge between mortals and Morphin Masters. From ancient past to cosmic guardian, Zato's color shift wasn't just evolution, it was ascension. He became legend itself, proving that even when the body fades, the spirit of a ranger never dies. Amelia Jones, the first Red Woman Ranger leader. Every generation has a trailblazer. Amelia Jones began not as a warrior, but as a journalist chasing mysteries. She believed in ghosts, in the unseen, in the stories others laughed off. But destiny saw something real behind her curiosity. When she uncovered Dinohenge, the Chroma Fury Saber chose her, and she became the Pink Dino Fury Ranger. Empathy was her power. Heart was her weapon. But heroes face loss, and Amelia faced one of the worst. When Lord Zed destroyed the Ankylosaurus statue, her pink powers were gone forever. Yet where others would have stopped, she refused. Amelia kept fighting, kept believing, kept leading. And when the Morphin Masters deemed her worthy, they elevated her beyond anyone's expectations. The first woman to become a core Red Ranger leader in Power Rangers history, the Cosmic Fury Red Ranger. Her transformation wasn't just about color, it was about breaking every barrier. From curious journalist to cosmic commander, Amelia's journey is the ultimate proof that destiny favors those who never stop asking, what if? The colors of legacy. Red, green, gold, blue, pink. Each color in the Power Rangers universe carries meaning. Red, leadership and sacrifice. Green, growth and conflict. Gold, power and danger. Blue, intellect and trust. Pink, heart and empathy. Black, strength and redemption. Every time a ranger changes color, a piece of them changes too. They gain wisdom, lose ego, rediscover purpose. The suit is only fabric, but what it represents is eternal. The Power Rangers weren't designed to stay the same. They were meant to evolve. Because growth, real growth, requires letting go of who you were to become who you're meant to be. And maybe that's why these stories still matter. Because all of us are wearing our own color, our job, our role, our label. And sometimes life demands that we change it. That we risk everything familiar to discover something truer, deeper, stronger. When a ranger changes color, they're showing us how to face change with courage, the final morph, and the call to you. So now, as we look back on 3 decades of Power Rangers, from Jason's golden glow to Amelia's crimson command, we see a single thread woven through every suit, every Zord, every morph. The color doesn't define the hero. The hero defines the color. If this journey reminded you of the moments you once shouted, "It's morphin' time," in your living room, then do one thing right now. Hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell. Because there are still stories to tell. The betrayals, the hidden morphers, the rangers who never returned, and the powers lost to time. And if you stay with us, we'll uncover every single one. Until then, remember this. Every color has a story. Every ranger has a purpose, and every one of us, somewhere deep inside, has a little bit of ranger spirit waiting for the call to morph again. It's morphin' time.